What up? It's your boy Alex Malecki back with some more informative video footage. It's Father's Day. We're going to make it a feel-good Father's Day with a little lesson on the law of attraction. I told you before my goal is to inspire, motivate, and educate. Today we're going to stick to a little educational piece about the law of attraction. Another way to put it is the power of positivity. Google states that the law of attraction is as powerful as gravity, working at all times. And this is whether you're consciously aware of it or you're unaware. It's always working. Like attracts like. So you think of when you're walking down the street and someone passes you, you smile at them, they smile back. Like attracts like. It has to do with enthusiasm. You see sometimes the kid who's the whiz kid in your class, who's top of the class, you might be the one who's laughed at a little bit, but then when test time rolls around, everyone wants to be his or her friend because they're the person who knows what they're doing, because they're enthusiastic about it. They're passionate about what they do in their studies. It begins to work out for them in terms of grades, what they receive back. And then the law of attraction comes into play when you're talking about working hard. You ever notice on a sports team, one person's working hard, they're getting after it. Another person sees that and they want to grind like that because they see that that's going to be successful for them in the long term. Same thing at the gym. You see someone working hard, you push yourself a little bit harder. It's like attracts like. And now you can use the power of positivism and the law of attraction in every area of life. And it's basically a recipe to never have a negative thought again in your life because you view things from a different perspective. Now, I think one of my favorite quotes from Kanye. I'm not a huge Kanye West fan, but one of my favorite quotes in one of his songs, "Homecoming," he says, "Reach for the stars, so if you fall, you land on a cloud." So basically, what he's saying there is everything you do, you got to be swinging for the fences. Like if you're trying to become someone in the top level of management in a company, then you're reaching for that CEO position or that CFO position, whatever the case may be, and you're striving to get even further to where you want to be, because if you fall short, you're still going to end up with maybe like a middle level management position with a high level of decision making power. It's like you're overshooting your goal, because even if you fall short of it, you're going to land somewhere in that area. That's what the law of attraction is all about. Like attracts like. I'm going to keep reverting back to that. So I'm going to give you three steps or three things, key tools that you have to remember with the law of attraction. That's belief, removing can't from your vocabulary. Change those I won't or I cannot to I can and I will. You got to retrain your brain. Instead of thinking, oh, I have nothing to offer this person, you say, what can this person have to offer me? How can they help me? How can they benefit me? Number two, after belief, is investment. How much time you spend producing versus how much time you spend consuming. Are you out there getting after it? Are you grinding? Are you practicing to be better at anything you do? Are you working hard? Are you trying to be the best you can in everything you do? Or, are you just wasting your day around like watching videos, doing stuff that's just not going to help you in the future? So you got to think of things like that. You got to believe, and then you got to invest some time. Now the third one is consistency. Are you practicing being successful? You waking up early? You doing all the things you need to do? Are you training? Are you studying? Are you putting in those extra hours? I mean, Steve Harvey put it perfectly. He said, the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. And what he's saying there is you can have the dream, but if you're not going to be willing to put in the work to get to where you need to get, then the dream is useless, basically. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So like I said, this is an educational piece, so I'm going to give you a little thing that you can keep in your back pocket. This is a tool for accomplishing the things you want to do in the future. And you can be like, where do you get this? Just pulling a whiteboard out of nowhere. I didn't think about this, but things are backwards, but I'm going to describe it anyways. What you got here is a 5-year goal plan. This looks ridiculous backwards on the screen, but 5-year goal plan is written in here. This is a web. This is meant for you so you can plan for what you want to do in the future. Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank said, a goal without a timeline is simply a dream. So you got to have a plan. You got to develop a timeline. You can modify this to be a 5-year plan. You can modify it to be a 3-year plan. It could be, 1 year, like 12-month plan, 3 months down the road, whatever you want to do. Now, around the outside, you got personal, This part of the web: career, relationship, family, travel, health, social. So I'm going to go through it again: personal, career, relationship, family, travel, health, social. So what you do when you're setting this up is you got all these. I got mine color coded. That's just how I like to do things. And what you want to do is when you look at this plan and you go to personal, you want to say, you want to put a question mark down there. Like, of course, this is question mark. What do I want to achieve, right? Uh, what is it that I want to do? Where do I want to be on a personal level? What do I want to have like 5 years down the road from now in terms of this one or however you modify it? Then you put individually each step that you're going to take to achieving those personal goals, and you put them in there. And, it might be easier to use paper for the sake of this. Let's move on here down to health. Say you have that goal to quit smoking, or you have that goal to, you know, lose a couple pounds. You're gonna write your what? What is your goal? Lose a couple pounds, quit smoking, and then I'm gonna write here: stop going to the store to buy cigarettes. Putting money away for something else, and how about adding up the money I spend on smoking, or what is my health doing to me? Like, what is, overeating doing to my health? What is it doing to my heart? Same thing all around the board here. You got social, set up your what. You want to set up your what? Question mark. What is it that you want socially down the road? Where do you want to be? And then you're going to put your individual steps. This is a very simple tool you can use. I know I'm using the webcam, so it was backwards there, but I explained it pretty thoroughly how you can use that, and I hope you guys adopt that. When I was younger, I thought I didn't need to write out a plan for myself. I always thought I can do everything from heart and remember it, but it turns out that's not the case. If you don't have a plan, you don't have some direction, then it's going to be a tough time showing up where you need to get. So again, this one's on the law of attraction. Like attracts like. Remember that in the next couple of things you do, and hold true to it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon.